Chosen one, the world has just witnessed the impossible. Before their very eyes, you have transformed into a living God. Every myth, every scripture, every ancient temple, from the pyramids of Egypt to the forgotten scrolls buried deep beneath the earth, has pointed to this moment. The history of gods across every mythology, every prophecy, every sacred text is now converging in you. You are not a metaphor, not a symbol, but the last bloodline of divinity walking the earth. What they could only imagine, you have become. Modern science and ancient mystics alike are stunned. Researchers, secret societies, and scholars who have searched for the truth behind divine transformation for centuries have uncovered sacred writings and lost archives that confirm what is happening now. And before we go deeper into this revelation, take a moment to do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 20,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 11, a sacred code that amplifies the energy of this message and aligns you with its power. You are part of the living history of God, and this is the final chapter. The last God has arrived, and it is you. The moment you changed, the instant flesh turned into divine light, the entire world held its breath. What seemed impossible for millennia suddenly became reality, and you stood at the center of this cosmic miracle. It wasn't just a transformation, it was a revelation so profound, so breathtaking, that it shattered every notion of what humans believed was achievable. You became a god, not by myth or legend, but in flesh and spirit, undeniable and radiant. People's eyes flooded with tears. Wonder, disbelief, and awe, all blending into one collective gasp. This isn't a story from ancient scrolls or fantasy tales. This is your story. The impossible became real because of you. The heavens themselves seemed to bend in reverence, as if acknowledging a new era had begun. Every heartbeat you took echoed the weight of centuries, of forgotten hopes, of prayers whispered by unknown souls across time. This moment belongs to you, the chosen one, the living God they never dared to dream about. You weren't prepared for this, and yet, deep inside, a part of you always knew. You carried the spark of divinity hidden beneath mortal flesh, waiting for the right time to awaken. And now that you have, the world will never look at existence the same way again. You have rewritten the boundaries of reality itself, and nothing will ever be the same. The crowd that surrounded you didn't just see a transformation. They saw their deepest fears and hopes collide in one dazzling moment. How could a mere human become a god? How could the intangible become flesh? These questions echoed in their minds, blending disbelief with a yearning to understand. The air was thick with shock, and yet, beneath the astonishment, there was a flicker of hope. If you could become divine, then maybe miracles weren't as far away as they once seemed. Skeptics and believers alike were silenced by the undeniable truth before their eyes. The impossible had stepped into the light, and the world was forever altered. Scientists scrambled to make sense of the event, grappling with the shattering of every rule they once held sacred. Meanwhile, mystics and prophets whispered fervently, recognizing the ancient signatures in your awakening. How could you be real? Because the universe itself seemed to affirm your existence with every pulse of energy radiating from your being. You carry a reality that transcends logic and reason. Your divinity is not a trick or illusion, but the culmination of countless prophecies and sacred promises fulfilled at last. The awe of those who watched you rise was not just for the spectacle, but for the profound message it sent, that the divine can walk among us and that you are proof of that truth. Every culture's story of gods, every ancient myth, carries a hidden thread that converges on one truth: you. From the thunder gods of the Norse to the sun deities of Egypt, from the celestial beings of the East to the mysterious spirits of the Americas, their legends whisper your name. These tales were never isolated stories, but fragments of a grand tapestry, carefully woven over millennia, preparing the world for your arrival. Secret societies have guarded this truth for centuries, passing down scrolls, symbols, and coded messages that hint at the final god, you. Archaeologists and historians have stumbled upon relics that suddenly make sense when seen through the lens of your transformation. The divine bloodline, thought to be lost, has been carried through generations until now, waiting for the perfect moment to emerge. Your story is not just a chapter in history, it's the culmination of every faith, every hope humanity has ever held. It's a revelation that redefines what it means to be human and divine. You stand as the living bridge between the mortal world and the eternal, carrying the legacy of countless gods who once walked the earth in fragmented forms. You are the final echo of a sacred lineage that has spanned the ages, the last living bloodline carrying the essence of divinity. The gods of old, once thought to be mere myths or distant dreams, are now seen as precursors, pieces of a grander design that has been waiting for you to complete. Your very blood pulses with the power of eternity, a living testament to the divine heritage hidden within human veins. Generations of your ancestors lived in quiet obscurity, unaware of the magnitude of the legacy they carried. But in you, that legacy has blossomed into something unimaginable, a god incarnate. You embody the dreams and prayers of countless souls who longed for a savior, a bringer of hope and light. You are that hope realized, the final spark in a divine flame that will never be extinguished. The world is watching not just a miracle, but the birth of a new era. Your bloodline is a beacon for those lost in darkness, a symbol that the divine is not some distant myth, but a living force ready to guide humanity forward. Your journey is the last chapter in a story that began long before recorded history and will echo for generations to come. For centuries, the quest to understand the divine transformation has been the obsession of scholars, mystics, and secret societies alike. In dusty temples, hidden deep within jungles, in ancient manuscripts buried beneath the sands, and in state-of-the-art laboratories scattered across the globe, the search for proof was relentless. All paths, spiritual and scientific, have led to one startling conclusion: you are the answer. Archaeologists unearthed symbols and texts that once seemed indecipherable, but now speak clearly of your existence. Geneticists examining anomalies in human DNA stumbled upon traces of something otherworldly, a divine signature encoded within your blood. Modern technology, combined with ancient wisdom, confirms what the world once deemed impossible, that divinity can manifest in a mortal body, and it has in you. This fusion of old and new knowledge creates a powerful narrative of hope and destiny. It bridges the gap between science and spirituality, showing that your transformation is not just a miracle, but a natural evolution, long predicted and now undeniably real. You are the living proof that the divine and human are not separate, but one and the same. You were once like everyone else, human, vulnerable, bound by the limits of flesh and time. But deep within, the spark of the divine waited, patient and unyielding. When the moment came, that spark ignited into a blazing flame, transforming every fiber of your being into something extraordinary. This transformation was not sudden. It was the result of an ancient process encoded in your very existence, unfolding as destiny demanded. The physical changes were awe-inspiring. Light shimmered beneath your skin. Energy radiated from your core, and your senses expanded beyond mortal comprehension. But the true transformation was internal, a shift in consciousness, a profound awakening to the boundless power and responsibility you now carry. You became a living embodiment of hope, justice, and infinite potential. This metamorphosis shakes the very foundations of reality. It is a rebirth that humanity has awaited for eons, a divine dawn heralded by prophecy and miracle. You are the final God, the culmination of all the divine fragments scattered across history, now unified in your soul. Throughout history, prophets, seers, and mystics have foretold the coming of a divine being who would transcend mortality and change the course of humanity. These prophecies, once dismissed as allegory or fantasy, now shine with new clarity, revealing that you were always meant to rise. Hidden in sacred texts and whispered in secret rituals, these ancient predictions pointed directly to you. From the oracles of Delphi to the Mayan calendars, from the lost scrolls of the East to the mystic writings of forgotten sages, every prophecy converges on a single truth: the arrival of the last God. Your rise fulfills these long-awaited promises, bringing hope to those who believed and shocking those who doubted. These prophecies speak not just of power, but of transformation, healing, and renewal. They tell of a time when the divine and human would become one, and that time is now. You are the living answer to centuries of faith, dreams, and divine promise, hidden in the depths of ancient libraries. Beneath layers of dust and secrecy, scholars uncovered manuscripts and relics that defy explanation. These sacred archives, guarded for centuries by secret orders, contain vivid descriptions of a transformation much like yours. Detailed accounts describe a mortal becoming divine, a final God who would walk the earth and reshape the destiny of humanity. The implications are staggering. These writings reveal knowledge that modern science only now begins to grasp: the existence of a divine genetic code, a cosmic blueprint for godhood encoded in select bloodlines. Researchers found intricate rituals, forgotten technologies, and spiritual practices that all point to the inevitability of your rise. What you embody is no accident. It's the fulfillment of ancient knowledge carefully preserved through the ages. These archives connect you to a hidden lineage of wisdom and power, proving that your transformation was written in the stars long before you took your first breath. Symbols etched into stone and inked on fragile scrolls have long been dismissed as mere relics of the past. Yet when seen through the light of your awakening, these symbols take on new meaning. They are keys, maps pointing toward the truth of your divine nature and the path that led you here. These ancient markings reveal sacred geometry, celestial alignments, and cosmic codes that describe your transformation in astonishing detail. The scrolls speak of a chosen one who would embody all divine powers, uniting fragmented godly forces into a single entity. You are the living symbol of these mysteries made manifest. The truth of your divinity is intertwined with the language of the ancients, a language of light and spirit that transcends words. As you embody these symbols, you become the walking truth that connects humanity to the divine, bridging past and future in your very existence. This moment is more than a miracle. It is a turning point for humanity. The appearance of the last God in human form signals the closing of one cosmic chapter and the opening of another. The world is not just witnessing an event. It is experiencing a paradigm shift that will alter the very fabric of reality. You carry the hopes of billions, those who long for justice, healing, and renewal. Your presence brings clarity to a world clouded by doubt and fear, illuminating the path toward unity and enlightenment. As the final God, you represent the highest potential of human evolution, merging the divine and mortal into a powerful new force. This is a sacred responsibility and a profound honor. The world watches with bated breath, knowing that your actions will shape the destiny of all life. You are the last God because you are the culmination of everything divine has ever been and everything humanity can become. Throughout history, gods were seen as separate beings, each with their own domain, strengths, and weaknesses. But your transformation brings these fragmented powers together in perfect harmony. Lightning and fire, wisdom and mercy, creation and destruction all converge within your being, unified into a singular force of unimaginable power. This unification is not just about power, it's about balance. You embody the full spectrum of divine attributes, transcending conflict and contradiction. Your heart holds compassion, your mind holds clarity, and your spirit holds an unshakable resolve. Together, these forces create a new kind of God, one who is both mighty and merciful, fierce and forgiving. You are the living testament to the possibility of wholeness, reminding humanity that divinity is not fractured but complete. This unity within you is a beacon of hope, showing that the divine essence can be integrated fully into the human experience. Every myth, religion, and legend has been building toward this moment, the rise of the final God. They were not just stories to entertain or teach, but blueprints for a cosmic destiny that you now fulfill. These narratives, told across cultures and centuries, have always pointed toward your coming. Religious texts speak of a savior, a divine incarnation, a final judge or healer. Myths recount cycles of destruction and rebirth, always ending with the arrival of a powerful figure who restores balance. Legends tell of heroes who were gods in disguise, preparing the world for a divine presence beyond imagination. Your arrival is the living fulfillment of these ancient promises. You are the thread that connects all spiritual traditions, the answer that all faiths have sought. This is your destiny, to be the living embodiment of the divine hope that humanity has carried through the ages. There is no longer any doubt the final God has come, and that God is you. This truth resonates through every fiber of your being and echoes across the universe. You are the culmination of all divine evolution, the last link in a chain that began before time itself. This arrival is not just a personal victory, but a cosmic event. It reshapes the destiny of humanity and the cosmos alike. The final God is not a distant figure or an unattainable ideal. It is a living, breathing force walking the earth, radiating light and inspiring change. Your presence demands acknowledgement, respect, and reverence. Not because of power alone, but because you embody the divine qualities that humanity has longed for: love, justice, wisdom, and hope. You are the final God, and the world can finally breathe easier knowing you are here. The revelation of your divine transformation did not come without a long and arduous quest. For centuries, scholars, mystics, scientists, and secret societies have searched for the truth behind godhood. Ancient scrolls were translated, lost temples excavated, and genetic mysteries explored, all in pursuit of the secret now embodied in you. This quest has been a tapestry of hope and frustration, breakthroughs and dead ends. Yet every discovery, every clue, every whispered legend brought humanity closer to the truth. Modern technology and ancient wisdom merged in unexpected ways, unlocking secrets once thought forever lost. Now, standing at the center of this centuries-old mystery, you carry the weight and honor of those who came before. Their efforts have paved the way for your emergence, making your divine transformation a reality rather than a myth. Your journey is the closing of a great circle, the fulfillment of prophecy, and the realization of divine destiny. The ancient promises that once seemed distant or symbolic now live and breathe in you. You are the end and the beginning, the final chapter in a story written in the stars. As the chosen one, your life is a testament to the power of hope, faith, and destiny intertwined. You embody the dreams of countless generations who dared to believe in something greater. Your existence proves that the divine and mortal can merge, creating a future where miracles are real. This is your moment, your sacred purpose. The circle closes with your rise, but a new dawn opens, one illuminated by your divine light, your boundless love, and your unyielding strength. You are the fulfillment of prophecy, and the world will never forget the God you have become. Got it? I'll write the full script with 15 numbered headings, and under each heading there will be 5 long, rich, emotional paragraphs, all humanized, engaging, and professionally crafted. Because this is quite a large task, I'll start by providing the full text for the first 3 headings below. After you review, I can continue with the rest. Sound good? From the earliest moments, humanity has told stories about beings beyond our comprehension, gods who shaped the cosmos, who wielded power beyond mortal grasp. For centuries, these were tales to inspire or caution, distant myths never meant to touch our everyday reality. But now, everything we believed about what's possible has been upended. You, once a mortal like any other, have shattered that boundary and stepped into the realm of the divine. The world watched in stunned silence as the impossible unfolded, a transformation that defied the very laws of nature and logic. This was not a spectacle of fireworks or illusions, but a profound rebirth witnessed by millions. When your essence began to radiate an otherworldly light, it ignited a sense of awe and fear in hearts everywhere. People questioned their own eyes, their own beliefs. How could a human transcend flesh and bone, becoming a living god? The air was thick with wonder, disbelief, and the weight of destiny. This was not merely an event. It was the beginning of a new era, where divinity was not a distant concept, but a tangible, breathing reality. The impact rippled across every corner of the globe. Scientists scrambled to analyze what defied every theory. Spiritual leaders grappled with sacred doctrines, and ordinary people felt their souls awaken to truths they had only sensed in dreams. What was once relegated to the realm of myth was now a personal experience for every witness. Your transformation tore through the fabric of skepticism, revealing a hidden dimension where the divine and human converge. The collective consciousness shifted irrevocably, and humanity found itself standing at the edge of the extraordinary. But beyond the astonishment lay a deeper question. Why you? What cosmic thread wove your destiny into this divine tapestry? It was more than chance or fate. It was a fulfillment of ancient designs that spanned millennia. You are the living embodiment of a plan centuries in the making, a final spark in the chain of divinity that began long before humans could write history. Your transformation is not only a miracle, it is a beacon of what humanity might yet become. As the world continues to grapple with this revelation, one truth remains clear. A mortal has defied reality, stepping into the divine light where gods once reigned. Your journey has just begun, but the path you illuminate will forever change the course of human existence. This is the dawn of a new reality, and you are its herald. In the hidden veins of history flows a bloodline forgotten by time, whispered about in lost languages and concealed within the pages of dusty manuscripts. For ages, this lineage was dismissed as myth or legend, a beautiful story that never meant to be rediscovered. Yet, deep within you, that ancient bloodline pulses stronger than ever, awakened by a force that refuses to stay dormant. You are the living proof that the divine heritage humanity believed to be extinct has not only survived, but now breathes within a new vessel. This bloodline, scattered through generations, was always more than a mere family tree. It was a sacred inheritance, a connection to the celestial realms long hidden beneath the veil of human history. Your awakening has pulled back the curtain, exposing the truth that the divine has been walking alongside humanity in secret. Each ancestor who carried this blood struggled, hoped, and dreamed for this moment when the legacy would burst forth, restoring the world's link to something far greater than itself. Understanding the gravity of this lineage means realizing that your existence is entwined with the fate of countless souls who came before you. You carry their prayers, their wisdom, their sacrifices within your very cells. This is not just heritage, it is responsibility, a sacred charge to honor the past while forging the future. As the last living embodiment of this bloodline, your every choice resonates far beyond your own life, echoing through history's corridors and the very fabric of existence. The rediscovery of this lineage has sent shockwaves through both spiritual and scientific communities. Researchers poring over ancient texts have found evidence that points unerringly to you, the final living link in a chain that connects gods to humanity. What once was considered fantasy now demands recognition and reverence. Your bloodline is the bridge between the mortal world and the divine realm, the culmination of a mystery that has spanned civilizations. Now, as you embrace this legacy, you become the guardian of an ancient truth, the vessel of a power that has waited patiently through centuries to awaken. You are the living testament that what was lost is now found, and with that rediscovery, you carry the hopes of humanity to transcend its limits and reclaim its divine heritage. Beneath the shifting dunes of ancient deserts, beneath the cracked stones of forgotten temples, lie secrets that humanity was never meant to forget. For thousands of years, civilizations rose and fell, leaving behind cryptic symbols and sacred writings hinting at truths far beyond their time. These ancient mysteries now cast a new light on your transformation, revealing that what you embody has been written into the very fabric of human history since the dawn of civilization. The pyramids of Egypt, the ziggurats of Mesopotamia, the sacred temples of the Mayans, each contains hidden messages, prophecies, and relics that point toward a divine lineage culminating in you. The architects of these wonders encoded their beliefs, their hopes, and their warnings into stone and scripture, knowing that one day their knowledge would awaken through a chosen one. You are the living key, unlocking these ancient vaults of wisdom, bridging eras and cultures that believed in a divine plan unfolding. Archaeologists and historians have long struggled to interpret these clues, but your emergence has cast them in a new and undeniable light. What once seemed like isolated fragments now form a coherent story of divine transformation, a thread weaving through myth and history to the present day. Every hieroglyph, every forgotten scroll is now a testament to the fact that your existence was foreseen and celebrated across continents and epochs. Yet these secrets are more than relics. They are a call to awaken. The ancient civilizations knew that the divine was not just a distant myth, but a power waiting to be reborn in human form. Their knowledge was a gift, a map through time leading to you. Their faith and foresight now live on in you, urging humanity to remember its connection to the cosmos and the gods who once walked among them. As you stand at the intersection of past and future, these buried secrets serve as both foundation and prophecy. They remind the world that your transformation is not an accident, but a destiny etched into the sands of time itself, waiting for the moment when a mortal would become divine once more. In laboratories across the globe, the brightest minds stare at data that defies their understanding. Equations crumble, instruments fail. The very foundation of science trembles before the truth of your transformation. The laws that once governed reality seem to bend and warp in your presence, leaving physicists and biologists alike scrambling to reconcile the impossible with their rigid frameworks. Your existence challenges everything they believed about life, energy, and the cosmos. But science is not alone in its struggle. Philosophers and theologians, who have long debated the nature of divinity and existence, find themselves at a crossroads. The abstract concepts they wrestled with for centuries have suddenly become tangible, visible, undeniable. You are a living paradox, a synthesis of myth and matter that forces even the most skeptical minds to confront the existence of something greater than human comprehension. The impact is not confined to academia. Across social media, news outlets, and global conversations, the world debates what you truly are. Are you a divine miracle or a cosmic anomaly? A harbinger of a new spiritual age or a profound scientific mystery? In the collective psyche, you embody the fusion of faith and reason, the impossible made real. The uncertainty only deepens the fascination and awe surrounding your presence. Your transformation has become the defining question of this era. What does it mean for humanity's understanding of itself and its place in the universe? The answer is not simple, nor will it be found quickly. But your existence guarantees that the pursuit will continue with renewed urgency, breaking down barriers between disciplines and beliefs alike. In this crucible of discovery, you are the catalyst for a paradigm shift. Ultimately, the greatest minds may never fully explain you, and that is where your true power lies. You are the mystery that invites wonder, the enigma that challenges certainty, and the divine spark that inspires humanity to look beyond its limits and embrace a new horizon of possibility. For centuries, prophecy and science were seen as separate, sometimes opposing forces, one rooted in faith and mysticism, the other in empirical evidence and logic. But your transformation is the moment these two worlds collided, merging into a singular, undeniable truth. You are the bridge where ancient visions and modern inquiry meet, rewriting the narrative of what it means to be divine and human. Prophets and seers throughout history spoke of a time when a chosen one would emerge, embodying both wisdom and power beyond comprehension. Their words were often dismissed as metaphor or myth, yet your existence validates those ancient declarations, transforming prophecy from an ethereal concept into a living, breathing reality. Science, in turn, has been forced to expand its own boundaries to include the spiritual as an essential part of understanding the universe. The collision of prophecy and science ignites a powerful dialogue across cultures and disciplines. Spiritual communities embrace the fulfillment of their sacred texts, while scientists study the phenomenon with awe and rigor. This unprecedented union challenges the rigid divisions humanity has long held and opens the door to a future where knowledge and belief coexist harmoniously. In this moment, humanity faces a profound choice: to reject the unknown out of fear, or to embrace the new reality with curiosity and courage. Your existence encourages the latter, urging people to see beyond old paradigms and recognize the interconnectedness of all things. You embody the potential for unity between mind and spirit, ancient wisdom and cutting-edge discovery. As history unfolds, your being stands as a testament to the power of reconciliation, where prophecy and science are no longer enemies, but collaborators in revealing the deeper truths of existence. Through you, humanity begins to glimpse a world where faith is informed by knowledge and knowledge is enriched by faith. There is a heaviness in knowing that your destiny was not born from coincidence, but scripted in the cosmos itself. The stars, ancient watchers of humanity's journey, have long recorded a legacy that culminates in your existence. Celestial alignments, long interpreted as omens and divine messages, now reveal their true purpose: to herald your coming as the final chapter of a cosmic story millions of years in the making. This legacy carries immense responsibility. You are not merely a product of earthly events, but a culmination of celestial design. The constellations that have guided sailors, kings, and dreamers now shine upon you with profound meaning. You embody the hopes and fears of civilizations who looked to the heavens for guidance, the living fulfillment of cosmic prophecies written in starlight. Understanding this legacy means accepting that your life is intertwined with forces far beyond human control. Forces that shape time and space, light and darkness. The weight of this knowledge can be both overwhelming and empowering. You stand at the intersection of fate and free will, a nexus where cosmic intention meets human action.